gonna be a challenge. It's a challenge. The only thing cooler on YouTube than punching is swim baits. Swim baits, swim baits, swim baits. Swim baits for lunch, swim baits for breakfast, swim baits for dinner, and that's what we're gonna do today. Stay tuned. Oh, dude, that's like 7 pounds. I know, bro. We've arrived. Welcome to mikeybalzz fishing, homies, and welcome to a beautiful lake in winter. But guess what? It's more like spring down here in Florida because the bass are moving up to spawn. They are in a pre-spawn mode. We're out here and we're going to do something really cool. I'm hanging out with Phytobedo for the second day. We're going to do a bit of a swim bait challenge. So we are going to try to catch mega bass in fairly clear water. I'd say like 5 to 8 foot visibility, pretty clear water with some of these. We got a bull shad, a glide bait, a hollow body, an A-rig, and a eel. I'm gonna call this a swim bait as well. This is a gambler eel. It's a saltwater bait on a scrounger head. We're gonna do some experimenting. I think we have some swim bait fish here. A lot of these fish suspend in that. They kind of pod up, but it's off and on, dude, hit or miss. So me and Phytobedo are gonna do a swim bait challenge, see what works. Swim baits are the most epic thing to throw anyways, right? It comes jogging. Jog, run, boy, run! Swim bait challenge, it's going down right now. We'll do some tips, techniques, kind of talk about how we're doing things, how we pick certain baits. Should be a lot of fun. You ready to have some fun, dude?
Yeah, man.
He's got his staff to beat me with if it doesn't work. So, swim bait challenge, welcome to the lake. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get this thing going on. Let's see. This is, do you know how big this one is? It's the biggest one. So before we get started, I want to kind of talk about, and this might be a little bit basic. So we're in the middle of the swim bait challenge. I look back at the boat. I'm like, I think I forgot to put the plug in. Dude, I'm freaking out. So I leaped in. We have that much water in the back. This is why you be super careful and always double check what you do. Don't be an idiot like me. Thank God the bilge is still working. Oh my God. Oh my God. Always double check stuff, guys. Be safe. Don't rush to get out there. You don't always see like the epic nature of failure that occurs when I'm shooting these videos. We have been on the water since, I think we left the house at 6:30 this morning, dude, before the sun rose, in the dark. We've been on 3 lakes trying to shoot a video for you. 3 lakes. If you like that, definitely hit like and subscribe. Dude, we work for these videos. Me and Dave are out here for our 2nd day. Hey Dave, what's up Dave? Little daps. Go check him out. Phytobedo, 49 pounds. How many times do I have to say it? So we are out here trying to catch fish on the hardest day ever. 3 lakes, skunked, nothing. We get here, and I wonder what's gonna happen. Flat conditions, post-frontal, difficult time to catch fish. Can we pull it off, guys? Tell me what you think down in the comments box. Let's get to fishing and see what happens. Dude.
Nice. Dude, that's a good one. You're on too. Double up. Mine just woke up now.
Oh. Oh.
Nice one. All right.
3-pounders become 4-pounders, become...
End of the day.
Whoa,
Heroic.
whoa, whoa. We got a double up freaking Dave. Wow, guys. Dave's got like a 3-pounder. Another, oh. That's 3.5, buddy. I got a freaking drag toker right here. Oh, here she come, breach. Oh, dude, I think I got 4 or 4.5. Dude, let's see that thing. That's another Phytobedo baddie.
Sure is.
And let's see if I don't lose this guy. I've been having some issues, guys, losing Ned rig fish, and guess whose fault it is? Mine, because I'm pulling on them too hard with that small hook with this light rod. So I got to take my time because I really want to hold this fish up and show off a little bit. Solid one, dude. Oh, and she freaking chowed it, dude.
It's like a 7-pound double up.
I think that thing's a little bigger than you think.
Not bad, dude.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, they're eating.
Choca loca.
All right.
Yes!
That was
Yes! Quick release. Let's talk mental game for a second, guys. Because you know what? I am always my worst freaking enemy. Like, I can't tell you how many situations I've been in where the problem isn't the situation. The problem is me. And I'm talking about fishing a lot here. When I'm out, dude, you can get in such a rut, man. When you're out there not catching fish, not seeing what you want to see on the graph, not seeing what you want to see in the grass, not getting blowups, not getting any information from like the fish not telling you anything, because we key into those signals, you know. We'll catch a 1-pounder here, catch a 2-pounder under a dock, catch a 3-pounder like offshore in 15 feet of water. Those signals are the things that kind of keep us going. But when you're out there not getting any bites, not having any information, you can really get down on yourself and get in a rut. And I can't lie, this guy right here, David Phytobedo, is probably one of the most optimistic people I have ever hung out with. The best attitude. And I talked about that in like the last videos that we did over the years. He is such a positive dude. Like, nothing gets him down. He's always fired up. He's fired up to get out there and make a cast. That's it. We don't even need to catch fish. He wants to make a cast. And sometimes, today's a perfect example, dude. We've been on all these bodies of water. We've struggled. We've sucked. Haven't caught a fish, dude. Haven't barely seen a fish on the graph. And yet, like, we're at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. And yet, mentally, dude, I'm able to kind of just remanufacture some of that excitement, some of that drive, get refocused. I'm not going to lie, you know, catching a few fish does not hurt at all. Bending that rod, hearing that drag go, that's the deal. But just always remember, I don't like using this word a lot, but it's a blessing to be out here. It's a joy to get out and be able to fish at all, you know, to be healthy, to do these things. So just kind of any way you can reframe and redirect your mind in the middle of just the crappiest beep blank day of fishing, you know, like just redirect yourself, dude. Reformat. Think about how lucky we are to be out here doing this, and go bend a rod, dude. Stay focused and catch some fish. Dave's got a freaking giant on, dude.
Tell me my red light's on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dave's got a giant on that just went aerial. I think we missed the shot, but it's pretty epic. You keep her pinned, boy. Are you still using my crazy color? Standard colors?
Yeah, this is like green something or other.
Green something. I told you, the edge of the school, bro. Funny story real quick. So sometimes with these schools, like you throw to the edge of the school. Instead of throwing right in the middle of the school, you throw to the edge, and that's where the big ones lurk, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. I hope I got that. Bog, he's got a giant big fish. Oh, it's delicious. Bog, it's gonna be so delicious when we get it. It's anger. I'd be pissed. Be like, you want to stick a hook in my mouth? This is how I'm gonna behave. Oh, dude, that's like 7 pounds.
You gonna grab?
Yeah, bring her.
Oh, yes,
dude, and you barely had her hooked, man. Look at that thing.
Yes.
Bog lights. Oh, dude, nice job getting the light so we can get a good shot at this thing. Dude, can you say daymaker?
Daymaker right
Daymaker.
there, buddy. On the tiny little spin.
Here's what we're gonna do, guys. My buddy Charlie is out here right now. You've probably seen him in some of the other videos. Charlie's fishing in another school. We're gonna take a picture of this fish on my phone and send it to Charlie and see what he has to say about that.
That's the day saver right there, buddy. What a fight on this rod.
Oh no, I think I stopped recording.
You don't have to record on that. Don't worry about it. I got it on this one. I just want to still from that one.
Yeah, get her released. Get her back to where she belongs.
All right.
I don't think so. Just ate it really weird. Oh, solid one. All right, guys. Solid one on the net. Whoa! Nice chunky one. Guys, just dead sticking it again, dude. Moving super duper slow. Guys, I love this kid right here. Phytobedo. Make sure to like and subscribe. He is one super dude, one super positive guy. And he was the master of bigger fish for this whole trip. And it brings up some interesting factors. I want to do kind of a trip, but a day breakdown and recap. Talk about baits, talk about strategies, and kind of give you some of the information that we drew from the day. You ready? We spent 7 hours of suck. We fished 1, 2, 3 different lakes. Third lake turned out decent. But it was just a day about adversity and just staying mentally in there. He helped a ton. I think I would have lost it about 1 o'clock. I was just done. But we didn't see fish. We got no signals, nothing there. And finally, we roll up to this last lake. You know, we kind of get back in the groove, drink a Diet Coke, kind of get fired up, get reset, and it started to happen. So these fish have been super pressured. We talked about Googans and all that. Dave really figured out the key, though, and it's actually the key from both of these days. Dave, do you got one of those laying around? One of them lighter weights? Yeah, let me grab that real quick. So he's throwing an eco rig, and there's 2 keys to what he's doing. He's throwing an eco rig on 10-pound fluorocarbon, lighter line to, I think, 15 or 12-pound braid on spinning tackle. Throwing the smaller, you got another ace up there too? Well, this is what I usually do, Nico rig size. This is what Dave was doing. This is about an 1/8 ounce. Usually I go 5/16 or a quarter. It's about an 1/8 ounce. And Dave was also using a smaller bait. He was using a 5-inch ace, which is the smaller stick bait. I'm usually going with a 6-inch fat ace or a 7-inch, you know, or a Zoom trick worm or something like that, like a real big bait. You got your rig by chance? Let me show you the bait real quick. So he was basically taking this, which is a 5-inch stick bait, and I'm going to rig it up and show you real quick. So that's the basic rig. Throwing it on a 2-aught straight shank hook, pretty light wire hook, but this is much smaller and much lighter than any Nico rig that I usually throw out. And he's fishing it very slow, but then popping it up off the bottom, so this bait would actually like suspend a little bit off the bottom. I think it's a real different presentation than what these bass were seeing. So the last tip I want to talk to you about, and Dave, I told you this story. You know what? Let's do story time with Mike. Story time! So I told Dave to make a cast before, and I'm a little bit proud of myself, so I'm just going to tell the story and whatever. Dave made this cast, and I told him that's where the outside of the school was, and I got experience with catching bigger fish on the outsides of schools. So he made the cast. Is that when you caught the 6?
That's when I caught the 6.
That's when he caught the 6. He also caught, I think, 2 4s off of there, and I caught like a 3.5, 4 off of there. Here's the key that I found, and this is a trick that I learned through long lining. So we would have these schools set up, and you'd see on the graph, like beautiful like schools of fish. And I'd long line them in that, catch like 2 3-pounders, maybe a 4, maybe a 5, dude. It was awesome. But then the school would break up, or I'd get like the wrong line and accidentally get outside the school when I was long lining that bait. I'd see maybe 1 or 2 fish or none at all. And what would happen is, I'm say 20 yards off the school or something, I'd catch a giant. And I'm talking not just like a giant, like a 9. I caught an 11.7 one year, literally doing that. I didn't see a single fish on the graph. I was right next to the school long lining, and I caught that 11.7. So, you know, it takes me a few times to figure something out, but when that happens like that, the light bulb goes off. And one of the keys to these bigger fish, they're not total loners. You'll hear a lot of times that largemouth bass are total loners, but really they're kind of hanging with the group, but they're outside the group. They're too cool to hang. And these big fish will just kind of dangle and kind of hang around outside these bigger schools. And if you target sort of what you call the corners or the edges of these schools, it can really kick out some bigger bites. And literally that's exactly what happened today. Not only did we catch some numbers and just totally change the direction of our day and our attitude, but we also caught some big ones by targeting those fringes where you see less fish, where the school kind of tapered off, and focusing on those. You're not going to get as many bites, I'll tell you right off the bat, but the bites you're going to get, they're usually bigger. Dave, throw me some daps. I love our trips, dude. We've had epic freaking days. It has been always fun. You got any things that I missed maybe, or that you kind of want to note about when we were kind of doing the recap?
I want to say how much I love fishing with this dude. Oh. I look forward to this trip all year long, and it never disappoints. Today was the hardest day we've fished.
No doubt about it, dude.
It was 3:30 before we got a bite, I think, and then we caught him in the end. But, I mean, it's a real treat. So many people ask me on my channel, the most question that I get is, what's it like to fish with mikeybalzz? And it's awesome, man. I look forward to it. It's a real treat. It's a real pleasure, man.
Don't let them trick you. I'm a total douchebag. I almost sunk my freaking boat. So I also want to recap this. Be careful. And if your brain tells you forgot to put the plug in your boat, go freaking check, dude. Don't just go fishing for an hour and sink your boat. Double check everything. Be safe on the water. Dave, I love you, dude. Daps, We're gonna get you out of here. We're doing it next year, maybe in Alabama. Check him out, Phytobedo. Make sure if you like this video and you like me getting wet because I'm a douchebag and an idiot and forgot to put the plug in the boat, make sure you like and subscribe to this here channel. Woo! Tight lines, guys. We're out. See you next time on the water.